Today I'm going to show you how to do gluten-free biscotti. The recipe is found on page 89 in my book, Ultimate Biscotti, 75 Sweet, Savory, and Gluten-Free Recipes. It's called almond butter, and we've really packed a lot of almond flavor into this recipe. We've got almond flour, almond extract, almonds, and amaretto. So you really get a nice almond flavor in here. First, I want to tell you a little bit about gluten-free flours. I've experimented with quite a few. There's a lot of them out there. I find that I like King Arthur's brand because it's very neutral in flavor. So these are the two products that I rely on when I am making gluten-free baked goods. And they don't really have any flavor. If you want more information, the book has a little section on gluten-free and on the gums and what they do and where they come from. They're all natural. Okay. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to preheat your oven, 350 degrees. While that's heating up, get yourself set up, get anything measured that you can. When the oven comes up to temperature, just pop your almonds in and bake them for 12 minutes just to toast them, give them extra flavor. Bring them out, let them cool, chop them up and have them ready on the side, just like this, so that when you're ready to go, you can pop them right in. The next thing you want to do is you want to take and make an egg wash. Beat one egg with a splash of water until frothy, and have that with a pastry brush on the side, ready to go, and have a lined baking sheet. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is crack 2 eggs into our bowl. And we add our sugar. We have 2/3 of a cup of sugar, and we have a teaspoon of salt. And then we've got here a teaspoon of almond and a tablespoon of amaretto. Pop those in. And we're just going to beat this for about 30 seconds on high, just till everything is creamy and frothy. The eggs will turn a very pale yellow. Okay, that's good. Now I have here a 1/2 cup of almond butter, another one of our ways to pack in a lot of almond flavor. I have a cup of chopped almonds, and as you can see, they're really chopped quite fine. Pop those in. Okay. And yes, Roxy Ray is awake. What do you want, huh? So just mix that until you see that the almond butter has completely blended in. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients. So I've got my gluten-free flour. I've got a little almond flour. And in here I have my baking powder, which is the leavening agent. And I have the guar gum, and I have the xanthan gum. So put those in. Just start with your electric mixer, start low so you don't with the flour. Beat that just till it looks nice and smooth. One thing with the gluten-free flour is if you overbeat it a little bit, you don't have to worry about toughening up the dough because there is no gluten. So this is ready. So we take a little bit of our gluten-free flour, spread it around. If you don't have a mat, don't worry. Just use a clean kitchen counter. That surface is just fine. No worries. Okay. I'm just going to roll this out onto the mat. Put a little flour on my hands and just start. And once you get it into a log shape, just keep rolling with your hands. You want 18 inches long by about 2 inches wide, and I'm right there. And I'm going to cut it in half, place it on my lined baking sheet. And then just give it a little push. And then use our egg wash generously. This gives it a nice sheen. So, in the oven they go for 30 minutes. Here's our 2 almond butter gluten-free biscotti. They have just come out of the oven. So now they need to cool. Cold, think cold. Cold biscotti log, then sliced when it comes to gluten-free, and you'll have much, much more success. So we'll let these cool, and then we'll slice. These are nice and cold now. There's nothing warm about them at all. So we're going to take and we're going to slice them just like any other biscotti on an angle with a very sharp, preferably serrated knife. And we start from one side and work to the other. If you just push down and create too much pressure on both sides, you tend to break a lot of the biscotti. So just a little piece off the end. And now the ends we always save. Someone will nosh on them. These we put on our baking sheet. We just cook these straight through for 22 minutes and bring them out and cool them. And you can see they maintain their shape very nicely. So into the oven they go. These are my gluten-free almond butter biscotti, one of 11 recipes that you can find in my book, Ultimate Biscotti, Sweet, Savory, and Gluten-Free Recipes. This recipe on page 89. I hope you enjoy. And don't forget to watch our video on tempering chocolate and dipping. That's where we'll be putting the chocolate on these cookies. And if you want to buy the book, just click here. Here's our delicious gluten-free almond butter biscotti. And what am I supposed to say now? 11 recipes that you can find in my book, Ultimate Biscotti.